Wow, I'm very bright with these lights here.
Chippy, you're giving me Luigi PTSD. Well, sorry. We'll teach. You're supposed to be him harder than I am.
Yes.
You're the better Belmont here. So.
Oh actually, man, I ran into TJ in a Wi-Fi bracket a couple times actually.
You have wins on Brevity. What are you talking about, Teach? Shout out to Teach, the actual best Belmont New England.
I've fought Brev's Luigi twice. One time went game 3 last hit, or was it? Yeah, it was game 3 last hit, and the other time I got 5 stocks. I couldn't tell you the difference. Like, I feel like the same thing happened, but Luigi. So like, sometimes you die, sometimes you don't. You never know.
All right, now
here's a matchup we're going to see a lot.
Contenders for top 5 in the game now.
It's hard to place Pyra and Mithra right now, but they're certainly very good.
Yeah.
Joker, obviously, top 5 character for sure.
Yeah, it was not
I would put him probably
Unleashed
second or third. I think Pikachu, the clear number Pikachu. But beyond that, Joker's most likely the next best in the game. And Chippy, a longtime Inkling player, picked up Joker well before the quarantine, but really has recently committed to maining Joker over the Inkling. And sticking out with this character, I've been playing with him a bit over at some Smash Fests. Yeah. We've had 2 really interesting sets so far, actually. I won a best of 5 and lost a best of 3 in the house brackets that we played in. But his Joker's really interesting. He plays very campy until he decides he needs to kill you. And as with many Jokers, he certainly has that mode as well. On the other hand, Unleashed, a longtime Inkling player as well, actually.
Yeah.
Also has a Joker.
Also turned Banjo player as well.
Oh, right, he did that as well, yeah. Ooh, Flame Nova gonna untuckable there.
I look away.
Yep.
All right.
Pyra did the big spinny thing, and Joker died.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Ooh, okay. I still cannot figure out where that hitbox and hurtbox actually is on Photon Edge.
Photon Edge, it's like
it seems to be everywhere
it's like
at once.
teleporting around, but it kind of alternates between
above and below.
Above and below, yeah.
But yeah, and right there we see the biggest weakness of Pyra and Mithra. Both of them have awful recoveries, especially Mithra.
Oh yeah.
You know, decent airspeed and double jump, but if you lose your jump at any point in time, you're probably dead. On the other side, Joker, not the absolute best recovery, but certainly a very strong one.
Yeah.
And it's an area in this matchup where Joker will have a massive advantage.
Yeah, I've seen Joker get back from like a bottom blast zone, like even without Arsene.
Yeah, the tether, you know, an above average tether.
Yeah.
Arsene recovery, it's basically pitch recovery, which is not the absolute best because you can mess with it, but invincibility on the startup, very long distance.
Yeah.
Really good recovery all around.
We see Unleashed down a stock here against Chippy.
Me too, and he takes him like they were back even, but he's certainly, you know, I'm guessing seeding-wise, Unleashed is the favorite here, but I can absolutely see Chippy bringing this very competitive or even being able to take the set. He's improved so drastically from before quarantine, and it's really nice to see him play him as well.
Yeah, he's been taking very, very good advantage of Pyra Mithra's recovery here.
Definitely.
Mithra definitely having the better recovery of the two, simply by Photon Edge existing.
Yeah,
but even then,
Mithra
that's
has like
easy to punish
2 bad options, and Pyra has like 1 slightly better option, but it's only 1. And if you're not in range for that, you're gone.
Yeah. And then you know, sometimes you got the muscle memory of side being.
Yeah.
While
and then you're dead.
Pyra, and then you're like, wait, hang on, I don't have a recovery anymore.
Pyra has a really, really good like mix-up to get back to the stage from close range. Very hard to mess with side B and then double jump air dodge to ledge. However, if you're out of range for that to be an option, then she's in a ton of trouble.
Right, this is very
you really have to go low and hope they can't hit your up B. Oh, Chippy lost Arsene. Probably going for the Arsene there right there.
Yeah, but considering how hard Pyra hits here, he clears out of Rebel's guard as a read. He might be able to get Arsene back very fast. However,
should we respect his down tilt so much? Dash attack almost kills. Dangerous Flame Nova, but not going to kill either of them. That will, though. No, not quite. He's alive.
Okay, now we got
fantastic DI from Chippy there. That's a move where DI matters a ton. You will die off the top at like 70 sometimes if you don't DI it well. Now the Arsene is back after all. Pyra does not have a kill throw.
Ledge, not.
Wow, Mithra ledge trap here. Interesting.
I think maybe he wants to pass up that. Or just get
it doesn't work out as Chippy takes it with a rising back air. So we'll go to game 2. Chippy taking game 1 and trying to pull the upset here over Unleashed. Would be a great win for him coming right back to, you know, real tournaments. I believe he spent 1 and got top 8.
State line smash.
Right, yes.
He beat Dread Fighter.
Oh, nice, yeah. Is he still Cloud or Roy? Or?
He plays, yeah, he's still Cloud Roy. He played a lot of Ike at the beginning, still plays Ike.
Right, yeah. Ike became a little less boring, actually, at some point during quarantine. They reworked him to not be only Nair.
Now it's Nair up B.
Yeah, you got 3 moves sometimes. Dash attack's very silly.
All right.
But we got some great music for game 2 here on FD. And the FD pick is interesting. I think
I wouldn't say it's necessarily good for either character.
I don't think it's particularly a strong stage for either character, but I have played Chippy on here quite a bit, and I have found Chippy to be very strong on this stage. Like specifically with Joker more so than Inkling. So I definitely think that from a player perspective, it's a stage Chippy is usually very comfortable on. At least it seems that way from playing him. But I haven't played Unleashed nearly as much. I haven't played him since doubles at like the last Overclocks. And that was probably a year and a half ago by now, so.
As most good things are.
Exactly. So yeah, and of course Unleashed also changing mains, moving over to the new Pyramithra.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. In fact, I've seen a few people switching to Pyramithra here. I believe DM's playing Pyramithra.
DM playing Pyramithra. A lot of people go into this character. That almost doesn't have the distance.
Not quite.
And again, that's the longer distance of the recoveries. Mithra, has the either sideways or upwards, but Pyra double jump into up B is going to be your farthest recovery. Still wasn't able to make it back. Love the outguns. Chippy has told me he thinks the move is useful.
I'm seeing a lot of people
use it. Like, it's not unusable.
About it. A lot of people
I'm not a firm believer in upguns yet, but it is certainly a move you can use.
Switching back to Mithra here, looking for some kind of fast
there we
move
go.
like that.
So once you get to super high percent, to the point where Mithra up smash will kill, she's so scary because you just can't really exist on the ground against her safely.
Yeah, she's just going to
run
up to you and hit many of her fast buttons.
Exactly. Up smash really becomes such a scary threat once you finally get to its kill range. The issue is, of course, that range without rage is not till like 150 or so. You actually do it, yep. So Chippy 1 stock away from the win here. And strangely, Unleashed going Pyra at low percents more so.
Well, Pyra, you're throwing out fewer moves to do more damage, so that does make sense if you want to get a lot of percent really, really fast. Not without much commitment, but without much need to...
That's more so in a matchup if you think, in my opinion, more so it should be for matchups where you think that Pyra is better in neutral. Because those do exist, despite how good Mithra neutral is. There are a couple characters I've played where I'm more afraid of Pyra in neutral, but I don't know. I don't really see this being one of them. And it hasn't worked out super well for Unleashed. It's gone about even in this stock, but that's not going to be good enough when you're coming from down a full stock.
Yeah, and down a game as well. This might be curtains for Unleashed, but only time will tell.
Good parry, but no punish. Pyra frame data not the best. Not going to be able to punish some safe moves on parry.
What?
Is that going to kill? Yes.
Yeah, that's
right.
kill.
So Chippy has to restart with no Arsene here, but up 92%.
But he's going to be getting Arsene pretty fast, again, with how
and the inherent flaw of trying to beat Joker is you have to hit him to kill him.
Yeah, unfortunately.
You cannot simply ignore him. So even if he doesn't counter anything, you get him to probably 50 or 60, he's going to have it.
Yeah. Trying to get something off that Flame Nova, but I don't think I've seen it hit yet.
Really good evasion of the down guns from Unleashed. Keeping himself alive in a situation where he easily could have been gumped.
Yeah, Unleashed has a lot of work to do.
Just avoids that as well. So Unleashed, if nothing else, has had fantastic survivability. Here, Sen Call comes in clutch with the invincibility for Chippy. Dash attack there. Chippy going for some kill moves now, getting a little bit impatient.
Back here. Oh, terrible
okay.
DI on that.
Really unfortunate situation for Chippy. Holding directly in, trying to back air his way back onto the stage. And Unleashed is able to catch that and send him straight up with that back air. That does send you directly upwards with the DIN.
Yeah. He just wasn't expecting it at all in that costume of the game. Yep. So that may break his momentum. But
So yes, hello again, everyone. We're back.
Hi.
Oh, and welcome to Bay State Beatdown. We have a new name.
Yeah, we do.
So yeah, it's the first one back. Invitational tonight. Opens back up next week. Still a relatively small cap, I believe.
Yeah, 32.
32 still?
Yeah,
Okay.
32 people. And
So we're keeping with
you're
32
you're
cap.
not allowed to come back like subsequent weeks.
Okay.
It's to like allow more people.
Right.
to
Yeah.
enter, which is good.
So yeah, so we'll be getting back, ramping this back up towards its old size, slowly.
Wow, going back to
But
Inkling.
wow, the Inkling
He
pick.
was doing so well with the Joker
That's
earlier.
very curious to me.
Yeah. He should have.
I would say possibly just losing the momentum, losing the faith in Joker for now.
Although I think he thinks that Unleashed is catching on to him, which he kind of does.
Right. And that is
wants
something
to go
Unleashed
for more
will
of a
do to
comfort
you over
pick.
the course of a set for sure.
Yeah. He just wants to go with something more comfortable here.
Also, shout out to the DK wrap for game 3.
Oh hell yeah! Oh hell yeah!
All right, and right away we're seeing Chippy, a very roller-heavy Inkling, but not in the way of like spamming roller trying to hit you all the time. In the way that he'll do a lot of various mix-ups out of it. Ooh, yeah, that's not gonna work. And he will like jump out of it at times where it's harder to punish than you expect. Ooh, good landing forward air there from Chippy as well. May have fooled Unleashed into thinking he was facing the other way. His back air certainly would have killed there. Would not have, rather. But yeah, Chippy does a good job using roller as, a movement tool, a mix-up tool, and also taking advantage of the paint that it puts on the stage, which I think is really the most underrated part of this character, is just controlling the stage so completely like that, not letting your opponent move.
It is very good seeing Chippy still doing very well with Inkling here.
Yeah, almost a full stop here. Going for the jab block that time, not going to grab it.
Yeah. I thought this would be a full momentum shift, like over to Unleashed, but Chippy way more comfortable with Inkling, so that's probably what's contributing to this.
And another thing about when you have two characters like this is you don't always have to play the one that objectively makes more sense at the point in time.
Exactly.
You can do whatever you feel more comfortable with, especially with a stage counter pick. Maybe you looked at this and said, I want small battlefield specifically with Inkling.
Yeah.
There's so many factors that go into it.
Like I take Fox to Yoshi's because that's where because I know how he's gonna go. So
I play at least 4 characters, so this is my world.
I'm so sorry.
I can't really imagine playing Smash any other way.
Yeah, that's fair. There's so many characters in this game. That
especially in this game.
You can't just play one. Even if
I think you can only play one if it's one of the absolute best characters in the game. Which these two I think both are.
But even then they still play 2 very good characters.
And I also think it's almost always going to be beneficial to have more characters in this game, as Unleashed has brought this back a bit against the Inkling here. Is this going to kill? Not quite. Pyro a little bit heavier than Mithra.
I don't believe it's not.
This time not going to work still.
I don't believe there's a huge difference in weight between the two.
It's not a huge difference, but it is a noticeable. Pyro is definitely heavier.
And
back air again.
Back air,
jump.
killing at 105.
That move hurts. That move hurts a lot.
Alright.
Good job there.
Beating
up Chippy's job.
Nickel and diming, getting what he can get on Inkling.
And the only real weakness of Inkling jab, absolutely one of the best jabs in the game. Only real weakness of it, it's very small. And Pyro jab just straight up outranged it there, and that was how Chippy got hit, but takes the stock with an F smash. And now last stock, game 3. Unleashed finding ways to punish Chippy's rollers. And the F smash not going to kill, but Chippy in a bad spot now.
Especially against Pyra, who, like you saw,
anything can kill.
Earlier.
Yeah. You DI one move wrong at this percent, it'll kill you no matter what it is.
Yeah. Now back to Mithra, which one would think is a sigh of relief, but
so I would think that the idea here is get Chippy in disadvantage with Mithra and then switch to Pyra. And we do see him get one hit there and switch right back. But it's kind of the same theory as when you see Squirtle players switching to Ivysaur once they get their opponent at ledge, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
When you have a transformation character like this, you want to get the stronger ones in when there's a situation that's beneficial for them. Ooh, a couple frames away from losing the set off that. Unleashed just shields it in time.
That's what's so interesting about stance characters, especially in a game like Smash, because there's so many. Because in fighting games, like in traditional fighting games, there's like 3 different states of the game.
Right.
But in Smash, there's so many more.
Well, now
and up throw, up air, gonna take
big
the
confirm
set
from
for Chippy in an upset.
Very
well
well
done.
Going back to the Inkling. So Chippy returns to the day 1 main. pulls out the Inkling and gets game 3. It was a very tight one, too.
Wow.
Got a huge lead early on, fell behind a bit in the middle, but clutches it out at the end, hitting that pro up air as well. So important for Inklings to be consistent with that confirm. Character goes so far down the tier list if you can't do it.
Yeah, it was.
I absolutely
so
still think
back and
Inkling
forth
is
the whole
a top
time.
tier, but under the assumption you can do absolutely everything.